Well, hello there. Welcome to the Sunday video that I'm posting today. It's being posted on a Sunday, which is my spiritual retreat day. And I always try to come and bring a video to you that's pertinent to the situation that I want to talk about. Now, welcome everybody. I am Grandpa, and this is Coffee Time on with Grandpa. Uh, I bring these weekly chats to kind of boost your spirituality a little bit, boost your positivity in life, because, in life we are thrown a lot of curveballs. And these curveballs can be very, very depressing, and they can cause a lot of ill feelings, and they can just put you in a box deep down. I try to lift you out of that depression box and show you that life can be beautiful and you can get through anything in life. Uh, right now, you probably noticed on my channel that I don't post that often, and that is not due to me having the knowledge or the time to post. It is due to the fact that I am going through a lot of real personable uh, problems that I need to solve and concentrate on. There is a member in my family that's very sick, and I want to make sure that I will be there for them. Uh, oh, that's why I haven't really been posting that regularly. I'll try to post at least once or twice a week and keep everybody updated on my channel. So make sure you always like this channel. Make sure you subscribe so you can get future postings of my channel to your algorithm. It's so important that you subscribe if you want to learn with me and live with me in a more pagan spiritual way, by me guiding you, because I am a guide in the spirit realm, and I want to make sure that everybody has access to me. So it's so important for you to share this video with your friends and family. If anybody's going through a hard time, share this video with them, because my upcoming videos are going to be concentrating on how to get over depression, how to get over a loved one that has passed away, uh, how to live a more beautiful, positive life without all the stress and karma that comes along with it. I will try to give you truthful answers to truthful situations, and we are going to explore this together. We're going to explore many different subject matters, from how to live a simple life, or how to cook for yourself when you're all alone, and how to take care of yourself and have better health, better communication with the people you love in the world. It's all going to be on my channel, and I'm so happy you have found me. I'm so happy you have found my channel, and I will be very happy if you subscribe to my channel to help me get through these hard times that are ahead of us, because the economy is not very good. A lot of people are losing their jobs, prices keep on going up, and we still have that person in the White House that seems dead dead set to cause more problems for the poor and the downtrodden. And the problems that we have right now in our country are very severe, and we have a chance to change those problems in November. So get out there in November and vote and support the person you believe will be the best for our country. And I hope you will vote this year. Vote Democratic, okay? Don't vote for any Republicans that are out there, because they are doing the country a very disservice by supporting that evil man that we have as President of the United States. That's all I'm going to say about that subject. Now, I want to talk a little bit today about déjà vu and reincarnation. Let's talk about this. What is déjà vu? when it comes to reincarnation? Well, a lot of people in their lives, during their lives, have had this experience where they'll be in a town or in a city or on a highway, looking at the scenery that's going by, and all of a sudden they get a feeling that they've been there before. That's deja vu. The feeling that you have been here and know by a fact, a certain fact, that you have never been in that area that you are so familiar with. This is deja vu, and it is connected with past life regression. Okay, if you've lived many lifetimes like I have, you experience deja vu quite regularly in your life. I've experienced it everywhere that I've gone to, and I know there's places I've gone to visit, and I know for a fact that I have never been there. And lo and behold, I'm so familiar with my surroundings when I'm at these places that it sends chills through my spine. It makes my hair stand up. So if you've experienced this, stay tuned with this channel because we will talk about this more in depth. Um, a lot of research has been done on this deja vu when it's connected to uh, reincarnation, because a lot of people experience this when they're uh, probably between the ages of 3 and 6. They will start uh, explaining because their verbal words are starting to come out so they can tell you exactly what they're feeling or what they're seeing and what dreams they had last night. Uh, and a lot of people start uh, dreaming about past lives when they're between the ages of 3 and 6. Uh, they always give out details that are verified. This is just not a child rambling on that they were on the Titanic, a big boat on the ocean, and they drowned, or similar stories like that. This is very verifiable facts that we are researching now with the research institutions around the world. Another interesting point is a lot of people between the ages of 3 and 6 have birthmarks on them. And that is because, like, if they have a birthmark on their face, that is because in a previous life, they might have been in a horrible fire and got scarred really bad in the face. And this sometimes carries on to your next life by birthmarks and physical traits also. It's not just marks on your body. There are a lot of physical traits that come through into another lifetime that you've had. Like, for instance, say you were an expert rider when it comes to horses and you knew how to ride a horse very well. And then you come into your next life and you carry those skills with you. When you get to see a horse or you want to attempt to, uh, ride the horse or take care of the horse, all this becomes very natural to you. You know exactly what to do. Well, that's because in a previous life, you have done those things. So you're very familiar with that. And sometimes this carries over into your next life. This is what I mean by physical traits. They seem to always correlate with past life injuries. In other words, if you've had an accident to where you were paralyzed for life in one lifetime, and then you go into your next life reincarnation, uh, you have problems with your legs where they're not completely 100%. Those physical traits carry on to the next life. So adults usually become highly educated with strong spiritual foundations. This is so true. Most people that have experienced deja vu and reincarnation have experienced a great knowledge of the world, and they are great seekers of knowledge. So they have read everything they could. They're very enthusiastic about the world they're living in. And this shows by them becoming teachers, or they're going to college and grad school and on up. It's so important to always remember that adults usually become highly educated. And that was the case with me. Now, I'm not saying I'm a genius by no means, but I did graduate from high school, and I took uh, 3 years of college. I didn't graduate because I found out down the road that college really, it's good for some people, but for other people that want a deeper understanding of what's going on in the world, it wasn't for me. I did not want to become a teacher. I wanted to stay a student of the world and learn everything I could about the world and how it functions. Memories have great influences on many lives. Memories, you always have great memories about a past life. When you are going through hypnosis, for instance, you find out that you've lived 200-300 years ago, where they can pinpoint where your past lives are coming from, and this influences the present life that you're living, because you might have a strong attraction to gardening or flowers, or a strong attraction to uh, airplanes or ships. You know, those certain traits, your interests in life, could be indicators that you've had a previous life, and they move on into your current life by guiding you through the path that you chose to go in. And this is what's happened to me a lot, because I love gardening. I love organizing gardens, formal gardens. I'm pretty sure in a previous life I managed, maybe in the 17th and 18th century, I was creating beautiful gardens for monarchies around the country, because I enjoy the ornate design of a garden. I've visited many gardens in the past, and I've had deja vu. It's one of those traits that carried on with me into this life that I'm living now. And I've always had that urge to plant beautiful flowers and create beautiful gardens, so people can see uh, how beautiful a flower is and how it relates to your spirituality. Consciousness may be more than the brain. A lot of people say, and scientists say, that your consciousness is your brain. And of course, once your brain dies, your consciousness dies with you. But I don't believe in that. I believe consciousness is connected to your brain. And once you pass away and die, consciousness detaches itself from the physical body, and that includes your brain, and goes into back home, so to speak, or goes back where it was created from, in the consciousness of the universe. And that is our true home. It's always in mythology, in Egyptian mythology. It's in a lot of different religions, the Hindus. It's even in a little bit of Christianity, although Christianity has always tried to erase uh, anything to do with the spirituality and what happens after death. Uh, the Egyptians had it down pretty good, that we go back to the stars. That's where our soul came from, and that's where we go back to the heavens, to the zodiac and the different constellations, depending on which one you're attracted to. I've always been attracted to the constellation of Pisces because I was born in Pisces. And now we're entering into the age of Aquarius, which I'm also attracted to, because Aquarians are great people. They're great spiritual people. And that is where my background comes from. Now, my personal experiences have been, I've talked before about reincarnation and deja vu, especially the times I was a soldier in Berlin, Germany. I was having a lot of deja vu with being there before. Uh, like before World War II broke out. Uh, I have a lot of deja vu experiences when it comes to visiting certain places in Europe. That's why I believe my spirit, I've had several previous lifetimes where I was in Europe. And of course, this lifetime I ended up in the United States. uh, History is a great teacher if you just take the time out to read and to study the history of our planet. I am fascinated with, with our history when it goes back many eons ago. And I often question myself and try to find out more information about certain things in life, why we ended up the way we did. Why are monkeys or chimpanzees only a few genes, a couple of genes in between them and our genes as human beings? What happened there? It's so remarkable to think that a chimpanzee, go to the zoo the next time and visit with chimpanzees and watch their reactions and stuff. They're very human-like, and they can communicate with you. Um, some of these chimpanzees when they look at deep in your eyes, you can tell that we are connected to them because we have very similar genetic traits as a chimpanzee. And like I said, we're only one or two genes away from being chimpanzees ourselves. And I've always been curious about what happened. I study a lot of the ancient uh, cultures in Mesopotamia and what they say about the human, how we humans evolved on this planet. And there is a connection between chimpanzees and the Anunnaki. Supposedly needed a slave race to uh, do their gold mining that they were supposedly doing in the Mesopotamia area. So they created us humans by splicing our genes from the primates that were there at the time in Africa. So it's a very interesting subject. I always read a book on those subject matters to try to find out more information. And I hope everybody out there in YouTube land is also interested in that subject. And if you are interested in what I have to talk about in future episodes, please stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel. It is so important. Now, everybody knows by now that I am a pagan and I live a very paganistic lifestyle, which means that I am a nature lover. I stay very close to nature. I practice my rituals under the Wiccan creed or reed, you know, because Wicca is a more recent, it's actually a religion, a more recent religion that was founded back in the late late 1800s. I think it was 1890s, somewhere around there, the early 1900s. Uh, Wicca became very popular with the turn of the century crowd, and it started growing. And Wicca is very close to what I believe in as far as being a pagan and believing in living a natural life close to nature. So I can adopt Wiccan practices into my system, and I'm going to bring that along as time goes by. Um, I believe what's coming up next is why Christianity does not believe in reincarnation, and there are many answers to that question, but the main focus on why Christians do not have uh, reincarnation in their current form of religious practice is because of the Emperor Constantine. He's the one that got all these bishops around the world together in a conference. So I think there were like 800 bishops that showed up, and they all got rid of a lot of the gospels that were in the Bible. Originally, there were many, many more Gospels in the Bible. Now there's only, I believe, 66 recognized in the Bible, 66 episodes in the Bible. And this is one of the reasons they took reincarnation completely out of Christianity, because the original church that Christ, of course, he did not found Christianity. He was not the founder of Christianity. He was just a soul seeker. He was a great wisdom. He was a great sage. He was a great person to try to teach people the way to live. And it's very similar. I know I'm not comparing myself with Christ, but he was very similar to the way I see the world. I am here to teach how to live a simple life, how to live in union with the earth, how to live peacefully amongst nations, a believer of love, not war. And Christianity was one of those religions that down through the ages totally destroyed really what Christ was trying to preach. And it was not only Christ, it was Mary Magdalene who was his top apostle. It wasn't Peter, it wasn't John, it wasn't Mark, Matthew, it wasn't any of the 12 apostles that were they were important because they ended up spreading the gospel throughout the Mediterranean region, but it was Mary Magdalene that Jesus was close to, and he taught her to see God inwardly. The Spirit is inside of you. The church is inside of you. It's not a building or a temple that you have to go to. It's your spiritual body that is entombed with your spirit. It's so in tune with your spirit that you know right away if you were seeking God. Your spirit inside will tell you and show you the pathway to go. Always remember that. Rely on your spirit to guide you in every way of living that you are living your life. Now, this has been a long video, but I hope everybody has enjoyed it. I love this connection between the spirit world and science, how science sometimes can prove some of the things that the spiritualists have been preaching for 3,000 years. It's a great combination, although they're usually adversaries with each other. You know, it's always science versus spirituality, but eventually they will understand that, you know, we have something in common, and you need to learn and seek knowledge always. Now, a lot of imprinting on current living. This is when past traumatic events happen to you in your past and they carry on into your present life. For instance, an example would be that you drowned as a child. And then, of course, when you come into your next life, you have a fear of water. You don't want to go nowhere near water. It scares you to death. It sends your hair rising in the back. So you stay away from water. If you will notice, a lot of children, when you take them swimming in a pool or a little river or lake, uh, always remember, put your life vests on. But they have a fear of water. A lot of children have a fear of water. And there are other kids that have no fear of water at all. And this is what the conditioning is all about, because if you have a traumatic experience where it ends your life as a child or even as an adult, you will sometimes carry that into your next life. That's what they call imprinting on your current living situation, whatever you're living in. A lot of people have a phobia about spiders, or they don't like dogs, or they don't like being near animals. This is the carryover from your past life. So I'm going to end it here now. I've talked way too long. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to like my channel, subscribe to my channel so the algorithm will send you notice when I post. Sometimes I post irregularly a lot of times because I'm going through a lot of personal hardship right now with my family. But I will try to stay on here and try to post on a regular basis as long as I can. I love you all. God's blessings upon you. No matter what faith you are, God will always bless you, no matter what. Live a good and righteous, simple life, and praise God every time you can praise God. And love one another, love your neighbor as thyself, as one of the Ten Commandments says to do. Sending love and blessings to your family. Guess what? It's that time of the video. Sending love. Bye bye. See you next time.